to do in this video is walk you through each step that you need to make the purse. So you would click on the descriptions in my tutorial, and you'll see things I've mentioned or used, and it's the Galentine's Purse SVG. You'll click here, and then this will pop up showing that this is the purse and it's found in Cricut Design Space. You need to click I agree, to the terms or whatever. You can either open the app or download it. Of course, I already have it, so I'm just going to open the app, and it may take a little bit, but it will eventually get there. Okay, it just has to open. Okay, so now it's saying, do I want to edit or make it? I'm going to click edit it, edit a copy. Okay, so here's the purse design that pops up. Next, I want to show you these are the score lines. When you see like a little road track looking, like those little dashes, and they're not connecting, that is when you know that it's going to score it. And usually it should already be set that way. At least I think it is for this purse. But there are other projects out there where sometimes you actually, well, this is how it'll come across. Let me change it. It'll come across and it'll look like this, like a solid line. Um, and that basically, when it's a solid line, that means that it's going to cut this. So this would actually cut this piece into 3 sections. And sometimes it just comes across that way. So you just have to know that, for that project, you probably don't want it cut into threes, and you'll assume that it needs to be scored. So you would click that image, like not the image, you click the line, and you would change that to a score mark. And then you know that this part will be scored. And then you always want to select it and then click on attach. And that's just letting Cricut Design Space know that you are attaching those score marks to the paper behind it, and that you want it to score whatever it's attached to. So that's how you do the score marks. I think they're already set for this purse, but I know a lot of times on other projects they're not. So just want to let you know how to do that as well. For this tutorial, I wanted to show you where I got the Coach background that I use for the debossing. I found it on logodix.com. It's LOGODIX.com, and I'll leave that information below as well. And once I got to the site, I just typed in Coach and then search. And then the one that I used is this one right here. And then we're going to click download and save it to your desktop. And it will save as a JPEG. And then I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Next, you'll want to go to convertio.co. And from there, we're going to choose Files and then upload the image that you just saved to your desktop. And then we're going to click to convert the JPEG to an SVG. So we are going to click on SVG right here. And then next you hit convert. And then we're going to download this back to your desktop. And then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so now you are going to open Cricut Design Space. And you'll want to click on upload, upload image, browse. And then wherever you saved the SVG, you're going to click on that, and we're going to upload it. And let's name it Coach Background. And then we're going to hit upload. And then now we're going to select it and hit add to canvas. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is grab the section that we want to deboss. And this is grouped together, it's attached. So let's first make a duplicate, and then we're going to slide it over. And then we need to click on detach. And then we also want to make a few duplicates of the image that you want to deboss. And I'll show you why. Let's move this over. Actually, let me delete this real quick. Okay, so we have our image here. And the first thing we need to do is click on weld, because this image has to be welded in order to slice what we're going to do. So then we would hit duplicate. We want a few of those. The next step is we're going to slide this over, make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let's see. Let me get rid of that so these are the same shape too, so I don't have to keep adjusting. Okay, slide this over. Okay, so now we are going to select both of those images and then click on slice. Then we're going to select both of these, go to the operation and select deboss and then attach. And then we have our extra duplicate over here. We want to hit detach, and then we are going to slide this piece right behind here. And then we are going to select attach. And the reason that we're doing that step is so that Cricut Design Space knows that after it does the debossing, it'll then go and cut, you know, the image, and it'll know just to cut the square, you know, the little rectangle that's in the back. So let's slide this down, and then we're going to do the same. And I'm going to unlock this and make it just a little bit bigger. And we're going to select it. Whoops, hit slice. And then we're going to select it again. Go to operations, click on deboss, attach. Then we're going to slide this back here and attach it. And then we're going to do the last section. We're going to slide this over here. Select it. Whoops, I was getting ahead of myself. Hit slice. And then we are going to select it and change it to debossing. Click on attach. Whoops, I need to detach that. And that's the wrong section. So let's move this here. And let me grab this one and put that right here. Okay. Then we're going to select this and click attach. Okay, so excuse me. So we have these three. And I'm going to go ahead and just group these together. And then since we have two sides to the purse, I don't want to have to go and do that all over again. So I'm just going to click duplicate. Okay, so then that side of the purse is done. And then we need to do the same to this part. So you would just follow those exact steps and just do the exact. Now we are ready to hit make it. This mat is going to deboss first, and then it's going to cut. So it can cut these images too. So then let's go ahead and hit continue. I'm going to use a foil board. So it's a foil poster board. And we're going to hit done. And then I'm going to change the pressure to more. Okay, so the first thing is we will be using a debossing tool. Let me see if you can you see? It is number 21. And I'm going to put it with one of the housings that I already have. This was a different one. So you just press the button and then it releases. And then I'm going to press it again to put that back on, to put the number 21 on. So we're going to use 21 to deboss. Okay, So the paper that I'm going to use is this silver foil board. I'm going to line this up on here, and let me just make sure it's all the way over. Okay. And then I like to use a brayer. I'm just going to do it kind of gently though, because I want it to stick but not too much where you know, I'm going to bend it to take it off, but I want it secure enough so it's not moving around. Now we are going to put it in the Cricut, press the flashing arrow button, and then we're going to hit the Cricut. Now, if you'll remember in Cricut Design Space, it said that it is going to deboss first. So it's actually getting ready to do that. And also the tool will lift up and spin around, and it's supposed to do that. Just let you know. Okay, so now you can see that it's doing the cutting. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start with are the little flaps for the purse, and I just kind of already put them where they need to go. I'm going to show you here. Now, because this is white paper, it's kind of difficult to see the score marks, but you can see lightly the score marks here, and for some reason they don't show up too well on white paper, but they're still there, so you can still kind of see them. I don't know if you can, but so what we're going to do here is, aren't these so cute? This is so cute. This is foil board, silver foil board. Oh my god, this is going to be so cute, you guys. Okay, so what we're going to do, if you've ever watched any of my videos, you know I use glue stick for everything, but we're not. We can't use glue stick for this because it's a little bit thicker. So what you have to use is a glue gun. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's get... Okay, so what I did really quick is I just kind of took a pencil very lightly, and if you can see, I just kind of made like a little mark here, and here's the score line going around it. And I'm doing that just because, I don't know, with the white, it doesn't show up very well, and then I don't have to hold it up to the light while I'm trying to glue it. So let's go ahead and get started, and yeah, got glue on my hand. Okay, and let's see. And then also what I did is I put parchment paper underneath because I don't want to get it on our tablecloth because it'll burn. So let's kind of just go ahead and lightly do this. I don't really think it'll need a lot of glue. And then I'm going to place it here. And just kind of press down a little bit. So I'm just doing the outside, you know, because it doesn't need it through the whole thing. Doesn't that look cute? I'm so excited. Okay, now we have to do this as well. Get more glue. And I guess you kind of have to work fast because you don't want the glue to dry. Okay. And I wish I could see the score lines. So I would recommend maybe not using white if you have a hard time seeing them as much as I do. Okay. One more, and make sure it's the right way. It's so important. Is that the right way? Yes, it is. And actually, that was a really good idea that I came up with about doing the pencil, because then it's not squeezing out the sides, you know, so you won't see any glue. And then we can always go back, like if this flap is up a little bit, you can always like touch it up, but I think that looks great, you guys. Isn't that super cute? Can you see it? Okay, so now I'm going to do the exact same thing to this side. Okay, so you guys, these two are done, and I'm going to set these aside. But I'm going to show you what what this is used for. It is this part of the purse. So we will eventually glue that here. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. And now we have the two sides of the purse. So let's just do one at a time. You can see the score marks here. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing as far as tracing a little bit before it, because I think that really helped it. And let me just go back to this real quick. Try to be careful not to get any glue on here, especially with this, being this kind of glue. But in the past, when I've used this, at the end, I've always taken lens wipes, and let me see if you see that, and it cleans it right up. So just still be careful though. Okay, so let's get started. Let me go ahead and grab a pencil and do the marks real quick. Okay, so I did the little sketching, and we need to get the pieces. So this piece will go here. And then if you notice these, it has like a little round shape on the right side. Well, actually, let me take that back. It's on the outer side. So that happens to be on the right side for this one, but it's rounded on the outer side. So then this round end would go here. So now we will go ahead and glue this. Remember the round corner goes on the edge. And you have to be careful putting this on, because once you apply it, it's stuck. You can't move it like you can like when you use other type of glue. It won't still slide. Okay, and let's do this one. Looks good. I'm going to put a little bit here. And just go slow doing it, because you don't want to get that glue on the top. Because I've actually never gotten this glue on here. I don't know what it'll do. And I'm going to do a little bit here. No, that's good. Okay, so this is what this is going to look like. And we're going to put this like this. So cute. Can you see it? Okay. So now we're going to set this one aside and do the exact same thing to the other side. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the bottom. So I finished this and I set this one aside as well. Okay, so this is the bottom of the purse, and then this, these right here are the sides. Let's go that way. Okay, and the score lines, you can see, and again, I apologize that you can't see them very well on the white, but it's right here, and then it's like an upside down Y. And what I did is I just kind of took a popsicle stick and I just stopped right here where the score line for this part ends, and I just kind of put a crease at the bottom like this. And then there's score marks between these two, and then I did the same thing. I put the popsicle stick right on the score line, and then underneath here I'm just kind of just reinforcing that score mark. Same here, and I did the same thing. See? So you're going to do that to both sides. Okay, so those are ready, but we're just going to set them aside. This is the liner. And I might be actually doing this in a little bit different order from any of my other videos. But the reason I'm doing it this way is because with it being the foil board is thicker. So just so it's easier for me to work with it, I think it makes sense to do it this way. Okay. Now, okay, so what I'm going to do is this part that kind of bends in is going to be on the outside. So it's going to be like this, okay? I'm going to lay this down, and I have one end of the purse, and this flap goes down. So what I'm going to do is lay this and bring this up here so it, you know, so it's like perfect and it matches. I'm gonna iron this, not iron, I'm gonna glue this and then place it down. So let's do that. And my glue gun keeps shutting off. I guess if you don't use it quick enough, if you take a little break, then it shuts off, which is good, I guess, if you forget about it. Okay, so we have to quickly line this up because the glue dries really quick. I don't want to touch it with my hands. Okay, so yikes. We'll put that down. Okay, so you have to be really fast with that, you guys, because it dries fast. So it'll look like that. Okay, so now we are going to do the other side. And make sure that this is correct. Yes. And can you guys see what I'm doing? Okay, so have it lined up like this. We're going to place this down, and I'm gonna kind of hold this. Okay, and place it down, and it just moved a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna kind of move it, and now we're gonna do the same thing but with this. So we have to turn this out, and these are folded down. So I'm going to place this right here, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing. Can you guys see this? Okay, so now make sure it's set up all the way to the end. Okay, and I'm just trying to be careful because once you place it down, there's no move in it. Flip it over and do the exact same thing. I cannot wait until we're done with this, you guys, because I'm so excited. I think this is going to be so cute. I think this is going to be my new favorite cardstock purse. Okay, and then this will all go up, and we're going to glue everything together. But before I do that, since this is a different kind of material that I'm using, I want to go ahead and put on the sides of the purse first. So we just have to be very careful, make sure I do it the right side. Okay, so like this. I'm going to just be safe and hold it there because that would be terrible to do it upside down. So, and then we're going to line it up. And I don't know if you can hear my dryer. I'm multitasking. Okay, now we want to flip it over and do the exact same thing. So, we are going to do it this way. Okay, let's move. Okay, so, let's see, this down. Okay, so before we glue it together, we're going to flip it back over, and I am going to add a pocket on the inside. So here's the paper, and I folded the sides, and this again has score marks so you know where to do it. Okay, what I'm going to do is you do the bottom, and then this goes over here. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue on both sides so so that that is closed. Okay, so then I'm going to glue all of the three sides, and then I'm going to place it right here. Now I'll pull it down. Okay, and then I'm going to place it just in the middle. Still cute. Okay, so there's a little pocket. You can stick like a little card or gift card or anything in there. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to glue it together, and there's a score mark here. Can you guys see that? Okay, so I am going to fold these down because I didn't do that yet. So this is what we're going to do. So this is folded on both sides, so it'll, you know, it'll look like that, a little fan. We are going to put glue here, and then we are going to bring this up and put it right there, and you want it to be this end all the way to this end, you know, so it's, you know, like that. Okay, so this might be a little bit more difficult because once it hits it, it hits it. Okay, that's perfect. I'm gonna wait just a second. I don't want it to move while I flip it. Okay, so now you turn it upside down, and we just going to reinforce it right here. Actually, I can just use my hands. Putting that in your way. And we're going to bring this up and make sure it connects. Okay, slowly. And you just do it the best you can. You want to not touch the glue because it's really hot. Okay, hurry, 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 hurry. Okay, and I'm gonna have a little glue on my finger. Okay, there. Make sure it hits the side. Okay, you guys, so this is what we have so far. Isn't this cute? Okay, so here are the belt buckles, and I printed, or I cut 8 of them because we're gonna have 4 sets, and I'm gonna glue these together. Just barely touching it. Okay, so I glued all of them, and you can tell here that, yikes, like there's a little bit of glue. I don't even know if you can see that. If that bothers you guys, you can always cut it off. And I actually have a thick end on here. Let's see. I mean, obviously once it dries. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next step. We have 4 of these. These are the little loops. Okay, so we're just going to fold this first together. Then slide it through here. And then I'm gonna glue this one. I'm going to do it a little bit different. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to glue it like this. Because I want to make sure I get glue on that buckle, because I don't want it to move. Actually, I think that one worked better. Okay. So I'm going to do the other 2, and I'll be right back. Anyway, this is what we're going to do. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this buckle, and we're going to glue it like right in the middle, so that you see evenly the silver at the bottom side and the top. And so we're gonna do that first. Okay, so all 4 of these are done. And what we're going to do next is, take this buckle, and we are going to place, you see this top here on the other end, it's, you know, on the other side it's silver right here. We are going to make that match up to the silver here. So it's going to match up just like that. So it's going to look like it continues, okay? And then this should also line up with the white, which mine may be a little bit off, and I apologize. So let's go ahead and do that first. We have this. Now we're going to flip it and do the other side. Okay, so next we have the straps, and they have score lines as well. So we're just folding the lines down. And then what we're going to do is the folded end is facing the other way. And you are going to take this and just kind of bend it down like this. So both are facing still that way. And I'm going to just slide it through the hoop, the buckle, and then I'm going to glue this. Cute. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. So again, we just take this, we're bending it down like this. These are facing that way so they can go through the hoops or the buckles, and then we're going to glue it. So let's set it down here. Okay, so isn't that cute, you guys? Sorry, it's hitting the wax paper. Okay, so we have a few more things left to do. Okay, so we're gonna place this zipper on here. So I'm gonna put very little glue on the back, and voila. Okay, good. So there we go. And once that dries, I can kind of pick a little of that off. Okay, so then we're going to glue this to this. Okay, so it'll look like this. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. Then we have these two poles. We're going to glue these together. So no matter which way this goes, it looks nice. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put it through here. And I'm just going to fold it in half. Glue. And I'm sorry if I'm blocking your view. Okay, so a little bit of glue. And close this. Okay. Then next, okay, so next I'm going to glue this here, and then there's a little tiny piece that you glue at the end, so you know, like on a zipper, you know like where the end is, where it stops. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some glue. I'm putting glue on this. And remember, you just kind of want to put it in the middle. Oops, I'm going to push this down, because when you push on it, it's going to come out the sides. Okay, and let's just hold it there for a second. Isn't that cute? Let me get some of that glue. Okay, and okay, you guys, let me move this up a little bit. What do you think? Do you guys like it? And you can see the Coach symbols. What do you guys think? Well, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial today. And if you don't already if you don't already subscribe and you'd like to see more of my videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button below and like the video. And that's it, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.